What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. A little short video today. Team Court Domination is getting ready to start, and for those of you that do not and have not played WWE SuperCard, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and all that stuff. A lot of this is probably common sense, but if you have not played WWE SuperCard, you might not necessarily think about these things. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go over Team Court Domination. I'm sure if you played this game, you've played Court Domination, so you know how that works. I'm sure you've played Team Gauntlet, so you probably have an idea how Team Court Domination works. Same idea, same concepts. Take team cards, put them in, and just play Court Domination. Now, thing to remember is the Court Domination board, the draft board for Court Domination, is going to be different than regular Court Domination, right? That's how it is in the solo event. When you play the solo event, you're picking shards on the card to try to reveal the reset. That is not how it works in Team Court Domination. You're going to use your same draft board, and that is one of the tricks that we're going to get to in a little bit to make this event super easy to get through. So we have Team Court Domination challenges for you. Your team fight for a total control of the hardwood. You'll be using your team deck for the event. Your opponent is ready to go. Let's hit the court. So all of these shards right here, obviously a lot more than 36. We're going to have a grand total of 100 shards. So if you have 20 people on the team, that is 5 shards per person, which is super easy and super quick. So let's play a game real quick, and I'm sure this first opponent, maybe the first opponent, is going to be nothing but bronzes since it's a introduction. So same rules, all of that stuff. So we're going to put in, we're just going to put in stuff. We're going to put in our highest cards. Yeah, it is just going to be bronzes, it looks like. So, hey, Punisher Vic, what is up? Thanks for the sub. Picks have a chance to reveal a shard. Find all the shards to earn a card. So like I said, in regular Court Domination, the boards are different, right? You're picking the shards on the actual card. In Team Court Domination, it is the same board as your regular draft board. And so as you see right now, this was my draft board before I started Court Domination. There are very few picks left on this board, which that is going to be, obviously, my next tip is that what we're going to want to do in these, and did we even get a fragment? No, we did not. We did not get a shard, but that is okay. If you use a pick doubler, you'll earn twice as many picks for that game. Same, rule. Looks like it's going to give us one, so let's do it. Hey, how nice of you. Team Shards. Yeah, look at all these. Well, we haven't gotten any yet. Next tip that I would say is every time I do Court Domination or Ring Domination in WWE SuperCard, what I do is go to the draft board. You can play any event in here, right? PvP for the most part is the only thing available right now for us. But, or you could buy picks. So you could buy picks in the Superstore, play PvP or whatever, and then do your draft board. Go to your draft board, pick all your picks. You're trying to get as many resets, or you're trying to get as many picks off before resetting the board as possible. You saw from the last game, I mean, we only had like 7 picks left. This one, we only have 3 picks left. And so this time we are guaranteed to be able to get one. We got Law Dog right here. We'll have to see if these teams are the same or if they're going to be different. It does look like they are decent teams. Okay. That kind of going to bring me to my next tip. As soon as we get done with this one, as soon as we get done with getting a fragment really quick, let's put in a shooting guard, I guess. There we go. Hopefully these aren't too juiced as far as the cards goes. The ones over in WWE SuperCard, typically it's actually harder when you drop down one card as it is in the start. Usually the very first card is usually easier. But hopefully these are all bot decks and we won't have to worry about anything. Let's put in our last couple cards. Oh, okay. So I didn't even notice that he won there. It does look like they might be all bot decks because these are all just regular diamonds. Put in one more. Then we're good. Okay. So we finished it out, and now we are going to, since we only have 3 picks on the board, right? We're guaranteed to be able to get ourselves a fragment right here. We do have 8 picks remaining. So let me get this fragment. Okay, so we got 1 shard. There we go. Now, we can keep picking if we want to, but we have 6 picks left. I would recommend do not do this. Close out your game. Now we closed out the game, and those 6 picks that were left over in the Team Court Domination, they're still there. They're still there for you to keep. It does not transfer over to your regular draft board. So what I did is I closed it out, opened up my draft board. I bought some picks in the Superstore. I now have 30 picks. And now what I'm going to try to do is just get rid of some of these picks. Now it's kind of up to you how far or how many of the picks that you want to try to get rid of. Now just doing what I did with the 30 picks that I had, I actually reset the board twice in that time span, but still had enough to do what I have now. So I have 10 picks left over. Now remember, I did have 6 picks that were still in here. Okay, so those 6 picks are going to add to the 4 after I win, which gives me 10 total picks. So I know this time, again, when I go back into Court Domination, I am going to guarantee myself another reset. Okay, we got those 6 picks from before. We got the 10 picks now, and now we are going back on the board. Now, again, right there, we had 10 picks. I hit the fragment I hit the shard on the very first pick, and now I have 9 picks left over, and same thing again. I don't want to waste them on a full board, so I'm going to close out. And then it's basically just repeat. Go back to the draft board, buy some picks, or play other game modes like PvP, and then eliminate some of these draft picks or some of these ones on the board to get you down to 10 picks or 12 picks or whatever you want to do. Now we have 9 left over. We're going to win another game, so that's going to give us 13 picks left over. So typically I try to get it down to 10. 10 is usually where I go, and that's what I do in WWE SuperCard. Either 8 to 10, somewhere around there. And so that's what I'll do. And so every game you play in Court Domination almost guarantees you a shard, and you can get your 5 shards or 10 shards or whatever it is your team requirement is super quick, not have to use your refreshes or anything like that, or your ads or anything. You just do this method and be able to get your shards really quick. Now, next kind of tip that we're going to talk about, we are Diamond Plus. So all the decks that we're going to face, all the team decks we're going to face in Team Court Domination are going to be Diamond tier. Now, if they're just bots, if they're only bot decks that we face in Team Court Domination, then it's really not going to be an issue. You don't have to do this first part of it. But if it is going to be actual teams that are Diamond Plus, because that is what we are, then what you're going to want to do to make yourself and your life a lot more easier for your team is that you're going to want to put in bronze cards for your WNBA. You're going to have to do this eventually once we get to Onyx, but at the start of it, if you are Diamond Plus, or if you are Onyx Plus, or whatever it is you are, and that's as high as you can go, you should just drop your deck down to base tier. And you do that by just replacing your WNBA for bronze cards. Now, we do have a couple bronzes in here already. But since we just started, it's probably going to take like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or whatever to be able to drop it down. And that's going to lead you to, well, how do you get the Onyx card? Well, for the Onyx card, your team deck has to be Onyx tier. And so you're going to need to get all of the members on your team to replace all of the WNBA, put in bronzes, and that'll keep dropping your deck down. If you're still not low enough, then you're going to obviously have to replace the NBA with some lower tiered cards. And so just replace these team cards with bronzes for the WNBA first, because you won't use them, you won't need them. That'll give you easier opponents. You'll be able to drop your deck down assuming that it is not bots. If it is, then it's really not going to be a big deal. But you will have to do that. You will have to lower the WNBA in order for you to get the Onyx. If you want to get that AME card, you're probably going to have to replace some of your team NBAs as well, because these fully event card NBA Diamond Pros is probably, all of those in there are probably just going to be too high. You probably won't be able to get to AME tier without dropping the NBA ones as well. And I wouldn't drop it to bronzes. I would just put in like Onyx Pros instead of Diamond Pros for it if you still have them. But either way though, that is Team Court Domination, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Like I said, the easiest thing to do is go to the draft board, use your picks, eliminate as many possible as you can, and then go back into Court Domination and then play your game. Get your shard. If you have extra shards, just reset it or force quit it, and then jump back into the draft board. Do that. I mean, we could knock out all 5 shards in probably 15 minutes, you know, just doing this method. But that's going to do it for the video. I just wanted to, I know there's a lot of people that already know this stuff, but I just wanted to let everybody else know that doesn't play WWE just to get used to this game mode. I'm glad it's here. Hopefully it, yeah, I'm glad it's here. It gives us something different to do, I guess. And if you are curious, I did get the Breonna Stewart last night, so I was able to complete the gauntlet. I did do plus 10s the entire way. I did lose a lot though. I probably lost 15 times, but I only did plus 10s, and but I just lost quite a bit. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up, hit the sub if you're new to the channel. My Twitch, Twitter, if you're interested in memberships, that's also in the description as well. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Have a good team event, and y'all take it easy. I am out. Peace.